probably an odd time to start a vlog because it's 7:30 on a Wednesday, but with everything going on, it's like if I don't start this reading vlog now, it's not coming out. And I really, really want to finish If We Were Villains this week. I have less than 150 pages left on this book. I can definitely finish this before Sunday. I'm not going to do what I wanted to do, which was like a 24-hour reading vlog, because there's just too much going on. Frankly, there's just too much going on 2 weeks. So I really want to finish this book this week and start and finish one of these two. So my TBR is, of course, to finish this. Sorry, I'm going really quick. Is to finish If We Were Villains. I stopped at a really interesting point. I'm on Act 4. I really want to finish this and really see what this is about. If I like it, I don't know if I'm going to like the end or not. So the plan is that. And then I either want to finish The Midnight Library. I've heard mixed reviews, but I'm interested. I think it's literary fiction. Sorry, my TV just turned off. Been watching Friends. That's also why this is so late. So I either want to start The Midnight Library, where basically the protagonist basically goes into the different, I'm just trying to figure that out. It's like trying to fix her past, and gives her alternate lives and alternate opportunities. I'm kind of interested because I have thought about stuff like this before, and it's like, what would that actually be like? So I think this could be an interesting interpretation of that. My second option for this week is to finally get to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This will be read this year. If this is not the one I picked to read next, it will be a read in September. It is supposedly very autumnal. I have heard great things about this book. I've heard it's a cozy fantasy, and I really, really want to get to this book. So after If We Were Villains, these are the two I want to get to. I know this one's trope is, what's it called? Is enemies to lovers, which is an interesting one that I don't know how I feel. But I like the concept of it's basically her journal, and she's learning about the fairies in the area, and and she's studying. And as someone in STEM, I think this should have been. As someone who graduated with a degree in biology, I just think this one will be a lot of fun to give a chance to. So this is my goal this week. It's only 3. I'm hoping I can do this, at least finish the first one and maybe get through a second before I'm busy for 2 weeks. So here's to starting a vlog super late in the evening. Not super late, not even 8 o'clock yet. But, sorry, I keep looking out hoping it's gonna rain. But here is my TBR for the... Hi! Here's my TBR for the next few days. So we're gonna get started with If We Were Villains. See ya, hopefully when I'm done. Next day, I fell asleep last night before I could finish my book because it was 11 o'clock. I had my tea and I was like fading fast. So I gotta finish that today. But I think I can do it considering I have less than 50 pages left. Sorry if I'm like at a close angle. I didn't want to get my tripod out for a quick update. Some things are being revealed, so I think I know this is gonna end. But I thought that with other thrillers, and then they throw other twists at me, like right there at the end. Like at the very end. Like in the epilogue. So let's finish this up. Hello. I have actually finished If We Were Villains. Sorry for the bad lighting. What is this set on? I have just finished If We Were Villains. I'm still trying to register this one, I guess would be, okay, this was not bad, but I'm kind of teetering between, I'm gonna piss somebody off. I'm teetering between a 3 and a 4. It's definitely not a 5 for me. It's not a 5. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. For me, it's not a favorite. So I'm really teetering between a 3 and a 4. And I'm really thinking it's a 3 for me. Like, if you like this book, please. Like, if this is a 5-star for you, that is awesome. It wasn't for me, personally. I don't know if it's just I didn't care for it. I don't know if I was dissatisfied by the ending. There are parts of the ending I pretty much saw coming as soon as things started to kind of come together. I was like, did I like it? Yes. Was I invested? Yes. My camera's dying. I'm just not sure. So I think it's a 3-star for me. I am going to start one of these tonight. I haven't decided yet, and my camera's dying. So I might want to charge that, and I'll update y'all later. I still have to process what I just read. Bye. What's up, everybody? It's finally Friday. I am hoping to get some reading done this weekend, but it's going to be a little crazy considering stuff's coming up this week. As for my thoughts on If We Were Villains, I do still think that's about a 3-star for me, especially after I've had some time to think it over. I do still think it's a 3-star. I don't dislike it. It kept me invested, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't know if it's just like depressing. I don't know if it's like by the third act, I was like, I know what's going on, I know what's going to happen, and I guessed like 2 things. The only 2 things, and I went, yeah, I knew that was coming. So I guess that's why it's a 3-star for me. And because that one was a little dark, I think the perfect read for me right now would be Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. For people who don't know about this book, it's about a Cambridge professor named Emily Wilde who studies fairies and their lore. And she now has to deal with, what's his name? Bill Bambleby is his name. She has to deal with him coming along, and as she does her research, it's kind of written like a scientific journal from what I understand. And after something like If We Were Villains, I just think this would just be better for me mentally. It's lighter, it's fun. I was gonna wait till like September, but it's like to read this because I heard it was autumnal, but I was just like, no, I want to go ahead and read this one. So this is my next read. I do have some premarital counseling stuff this evening, so I'll see how much of this I can read tonight. Tomorrow I can hopefully spend some time reading. Sunday I have something else on Sunday, but hopefully I can get through this by the weekend and maybe start something else, because my channel, I usually read up to 1 book. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, And I do not have the second one of these yet because I haven't read this one, and I was like, if I don't like this one, there's no point in me getting the second one. But if I enjoy this, I'm gonna go get the second one, which is Emily Wilde's Map of the Uplands. So here's what I'm reading, and I will update you when I get to a good update point. I got through one page of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies before Zach got home, and we had to go run errands, and so I'm only one page in. So I guess I should probably get to reading now. It's perfect weather because it started raining. It is amazing. So let's get back to reading. So it has been 2 weeks since my last update. So sorry about any delay, but the last couple of weeks were a little crazy. There was a lot of wedding prep. I did get married. Zach is no longer my fiance, he's my husband. That still feels so weird to say. But that happened, and because of wedding prep and everything else, this just fell by the wayside, and so did a lot of my reading. So I figured the best way to do this is to end the vlog here. Instead of going, oh, well, let me finish this, let me do this, or whatever, so I can have a good update. And my thought on that is, no, I need to start a fresh video, I need to start fresh. So that is my update. I got married, and I have made very little progress in Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I am on page 116. I have made very little progress. I have the audiobook, but I didn't want to listen to the entire audiobook while I was at work. I'll probably listen to it while I put together my September bullet journal, to be perfectly honest. But I am still working on this. I'm not even halfway through, guys. I was so busy the last couple of weeks. And it's just sometimes just how it happens, especially when this is more of a hobby. So for what's worth, I'm enjoying this. It's not the issue with the book, it's just the issue with what's going on recently. I am enjoying this. I do like that Emily is kind of a flawed character. She feels realistic. I enjoy that about her. I love the footnotes and how you're learning about the lore through the footnotes and not just the narrative. I think this was a very interesting way to tell the story, and I'm enjoying the encyclopedia. I'm just enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fairy lore, and this has just been so much fun so far. So I'm hoping I continue to enjoy it enough that I read her second novel. Other than that, I haven't gotten very far, but I'll probably listen to the audiobook sometime this weekend. We got a bookshelf off of our wedding registry, and it's bigger because my bookshelf is overflowing. So getting a new one, massive blessing. Thank you, Nana. I know she sent, I think Nana, because I know she sent it. So still working on this. And just to review what I did finish in this vlog, If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I think after marinating on it for 2 weeks, it is still a 3-star for me. I know that is so upsetting, I'm sure, because it's gotten so many good reviews. Most of the issues people have seen with it that I have seen is, oh, we don't like that it's in Shakespearean. I loved that about it. I think it was well written. The issue is I just don't care for the ending. There was things I'm like, I saw that coming a mile away. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, I think when it comes to mystery and thriller for me, I don't want to know what's coming. I think that's probably what happened with me starting with Holly Jackson, but she just sort of throws all of those twists and turns at you like right there at the very end, and she really does get you every time. As I enjoyed reading this, but it's just not a 5-star for me. It didn't do it for me. I still recommend it. I really do still recommend this. It's super good. I like Oliver as a character. I like that these characters are portrayed as very human characters, but something about it just was not for me. And if you love this book, please tell me why you do, because I would love to hear it. I mean, I don't hate this book by any means. It was just sort of mid to me. I've gotten a more emotional reaction out of 5 survive, actually. But this was still really good, still recommend, but it wasn't my favorite, personally. And last on that list is like 3 days before my wedding, I made an impulse purchase. I am a fan of Friends, and more stuff came out about Matthew Perry, so I finally bought his memoir. I still have it on Audible, but I finally bought the physical copy. Considering things that have come out with investigations and everything, I finally bought it. I said, forget it. I mean, I'm buying this. So I do plan to read this at some point. But yeah, this was an impulse purchase after the investigations from his death and the arrests associated became public. So it's just a sad situation all around. And as a fan of Friends, I couldn't help it, I bought it. So there is that. So that would be it for this vlog. I'm going to end it here. I am going to continue to read Emily Wilde. I promise I'm enjoying it. It's just the last 2 weeks have been absolutely crazy. And understandably so. I will say this, if you want to see some clips from our wedding, if you're even interested, I do have a TikTok that is, I believe, princess.kathleen26. I think there's a dot in there. I'll put the correct one here. There is some, I think it does link to my YouTube, but I don't think my YouTube links to my TikTok. But there is a small video there to show some footage if you're interested. If you're not, I'm not offended. I am so sorry this update took so long. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I will be back on schedule starting this week. I may actually post an extra video this week. So my next one, I'm hoping for my spooky TBR, because it is the end of August, meaning it is almost the beginning of spooky season for me. I always wait until after my birthday, because my birthday is at the end of August, to set up for autumn and Halloween and everything. I decide to wait. It's my personal thing. It gives a good cutoff for me. It's like, okay, summer's over. Here comes fall. That is my cutoff. So that is my updates on this video. I'm so sorry this ended so anticlimactically, again with an unfinished book. I'm so sorry. I will get back on this. I have some exciting ideas coming up. There's the spooky TBR, and then there will be another reading vlog with that spooky TBR and me hopefully finishing this. And I'm also trying to convince my husband to help me put together that new bookcase and allowing me to vlog it, so that like this channel is not just me reading, which is kind of the point, but it's also like a bookish channel. Maybe, just maybe too, if this bookcase looks nice enough, I'll have a new backdrop, because the bedroom is getting boring. We gotta hang up stuff in this bedroom. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this. I am so sorry this took so long, and I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I will see you guys later. Bye. I got through 1 page of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies before Zach got home.
Just starting over again.
No!
Do not mess with your shot, the camera.
Can edit this out.